Hello, it's Michelle from Lacquer or Lever, and I have some cool new tools here from UberChic Beauty. We're going to take a look at 4 of their brushes and their cleanup tool. These are, one is a detail brush, the rest are cleanup brushes, and I'll show you. So the colors on these are new, but she's still got this gorgeous detailing here and the little diamond-esque things in the handle. So this is the cleanup brush that she has had for a while and that I absolutely love. Like, I adore this. I wouldn't want to live without it because of the roundedness. You're going to be able to get in, excuse my horrible cuticles right now, you're going to be able to get in there really beautifully. And it's so thin that you don't have to worry about like this big huge gap between your nail and your polish. If you can only get one of these brushes to try them out, I would suggest starting with this one. Next is our gorgeous white one, an angled cleanup brush. There are times, for example, that maybe you just need to get right into the corner there, and so you're going to get in there with that, and that's going to be able to help you to do that. Or maybe you just need to get kind of really in the edge here, and so the angled nature of this one is going to allow you a little bit more flexibility to sort of target those tiny little areas. And this one is sort of a like a squared off cleanup brush, and what I can see really working beautifully for me with this is a lot of times like I'll get polish that goes up under the cuticle, especially on this nail, and I could see kind of getting in there really easily and cleaning that up underneath without it taking out my polish. So let me show you. You can see right in there. I could get up and under there without it damaging the polish underneath. And then finally, our last one, you certainly could use it as a cleanup brush if you have like a little spot area you want to get. And sometimes when I use the latex around my nails, I'll get like a little tiny spot of it, and so it might help you be able to kind of get in there and get it without destroying the rest of your polish. But this is a detailing brush, and my main use for this one is I use it when I'm doing lead lighting. I'll use it when I'm doing reverse stamping, and actually I could see this one being really good for reverse stamping too, like when you've got bigger areas that you want to get at, and those little corners that you need to get into. I think that could be really good for that as well. So kind of a double use on that there. All right, then the last thing that we have is this is a cotton ball grabber for cleaning up your plates. And this is a pretty common tool. I think a lot of different makers have it. So the idea here is, you know, you just grab your cotton ball with this, and then you've got your little nail plate, and you go ahead, dunk this in your acetone or whatever, and clean that on up. Very easy, good to go. I started stamping long before there were these little tools on the market, so I am used to just with the pad just going like this. But you know what, sometimes I do slip and get things where I don't want them, and that sometimes gets my fingers dirty. So, you know, why not use this if you have the ability? And you can still use them with these if you like these better for cleaning. So it picks that up just fine too, and then boom, 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 you can use that too. So I'm actually looking forward to trying this out because I've never actually tried it out before now, and you know, there's been a few times when I've ruined a mani, so it'll be nice to have this option. And I have her previous set that came in black. My detail brush is still going strong. I've had it for, you know, well over a year. I've got a cleanup brush that I've been using for ages that has held up really, really well. And I gotta be honest with you, I use the crap out of my brushes. I use them constantly, and I don't really take the best care of them. I'm sticking them in acetone all the time. I don't remember to wash them off, and these hold up really, really well. So I definitely am excited to be able to have the different flexibility of the different kinds of cleanup brushes. My detail brush, even though I use it all the time, you can't even tell that, you barely can tell that I've even used it. So these are really great quality brushes, and I would definitely say that they're worth getting in and worth investing in. And then I haven't tried this out yet, but I do think it's very sturdily built. This is made of metal. The plunger has good tension. It's not like too hard to push, but it's not too easy to push either. And the prongs seem pretty strong, but they also don't feel like they're going to just break at any second. So this looks to be pretty good quality too. All right, so let's test out this claw. I'm going to grab this. I normally use cosmetic pads that have a slightly firmer surface there. I'm going to get some acetone. And yeah, that cleans up very nicely with very little effort. Okay, and then let's do a quick little test of some of these cleanup brushes. So this more in a rectangular head one, where I can see myself really using this is when I need to come in like up around my cuticle and get in with that where my cuticle meets the road there, so to speak. So let me see if I can get this really where you can see it, even up under that little cuticle if I need it to. So that shaping and being able to angle like that is going to be really helpful. So this angled detail brush, one of the things I can see, and I think you can use this as an art brush too. I've seen people do one stroke with this, but in terms of the cleanup, what I can really see, I can see a couple things. The angle can really help, and that little tip. So like right here, let's say I just want to be able to get that little T and not the S, and not worry about that S. I'm going to be able to come in with this and boom, get that angle just how I want it without worrying about getting that S. My S on dust is perfect. And then of course, your bigger one, this gives you nice round edges, and so you can still get, you know, a little bit more precision with that. But for me, the beauty of this for me is that I can come in and get a bigger swatch of this while still being able to kind of get in there closely. So it gives me that precision, but also a bigger area, because, you know, if you're going to do all your cleanup with something like this, it's going to take you a lot longer. My designs have to be camera ready. So for me, having the different kinds of cleanup brushes is going to be very nice. For you, you may only need one, and maybe this one's going to be enough, because maybe you only do, you know, your nail stamping or whatever every so often, and you don't want to worry about being able to clean up a little faster with the bigger space. So it's up to you, but those are the benefits I see of each different one. And like I said, the ones that I have lasted me a really long time. I love the quality, and so I have no reason to think these are going to be any different. So I will link everything down below, and thanks for watching. Excuse me while I choke on my own saliva. Yep, that has to happen once per recording. And I like that. The beautiful